Ontario held 5 new immigration draws on March 25, 2026, and issued a total of 1,112 invitations under its employer job offer streams. These invitations were spread across the Greater Toronto Area, Southwestern Ontario, Central Ontario, Eastern Ontario, and Northern Ontario. The draws were aimed at candidates who already had valid job offers and who may qualify through the Foreign Worker Stream, the International Student Stream, or the In-Demand Skills Stream. This round is important because it shows Ontario is continuing to use regional selection to respond to labor shortages across different parts of the province. The Greater Toronto Area received the largest number of invitations, with 431 candidates selected. Southwestern Ontario followed with 251 invitations. Central Ontario received 199 invitations, Eastern Ontario received 174, and Northern Ontario received 57. Score requirements varied by region and stream. In general, the International Student Stream had higher thresholds, while the In-Demand Skills Stream had the lowest. In Central Ontario, the In-Demand Skills Stream accepted candidates with scores as low as 32, making it the lowest cutoff in this round. By contrast, the Greater Toronto Area International Student Stream had the highest cutoff at 90. The occupations targeted in these draws show where Ontario employers are facing the strongest needs. In the Greater Toronto Area, many invitations went to workers in technology, engineering, healthcare, and construction. Southwestern Ontario had a broad mix of occupations, with strong demand in healthcare, business administration, manufacturing, and skilled trades. Central Ontario also included healthcare, finance, construction, and support occupations, while Eastern Ontario featured roles tied to healthcare, administration, information systems, and public service-related sectors. Northern Ontario focused on occupations linked to healthcare, construction, industrial operations, forestry, and regional workforce shortages. One notable takeaway is that regions outside the Greater Toronto Area often had lower score cutoffs. This suggests Ontario is trying to attract more newcomers to communities beyond the largest urban center. The strategy appears designed to help smaller and mid-sized regions fill job vacancies in sectors such as healthcare, manufacturing, skilled trades, and community support services. It also gives candidates with lower scores a better chance if they are willing to settle outside Toronto. For invited candidates, the next steps are time-sensitive. Employers must complete their portion of the application within 14 calendar days. After that, candidates must submit their own application and payment through the OINP electronic filing system within 17 calendar days from the invitation date. Missing these deadlines means losing the invitation. Once a candidate receives a provincial nomination, they can gain 600 extra points under express entry, which usually puts them in a very strong position for permanent residence. Overall, this latest round confirms that Ontario remains one of the most active provinces in selecting workers and graduates for permanent immigration, with regional draws continuing to shape who gets invited and where newcomers are encouraged to build their future.